With one stamp of her pretty foot, Miss Evert makes her regal presence felt. They've read of her here as a second Little Mo Conley, and they wait for the much-publicized double-fisted backhand.
Chris Evert Lloyd. Chris Evert Lloyd.
A lot of changes in my life, I guess you could say.
All the lies about her prodigious talent are true.
Few names are as synonymous with the sport of tennis as that of the legendary Chris Evert. She burst onto the scene as a talented, charming teen.
Chrissy puts it away.
And quickly carved her way as one of the most talented, successful women in sports.
Somebody said to me, "You ought to see this little kid. She's so small, but she's beating up on everybody."
Game, set, and match to Miss Evert. So Chris Evert from the United States is the new Wimbledon women's champion.
With her booming ground strokes and tough mental game, Evert captured 18 Grand Slam singles titles and was the year-end #1 player 7 times.
Oh! And the French crown fits a familiar champion, a record 6 times.
I don't know if I have killer instinct, but I still have the drive to win, and I still have the drive to be #1.
And there she came, Chris Evert Lloyd of her own volition. Evert attacking.
She inspired young athletes and was integral in growing tennis all over the world.
Chris Evert won her 3rd U.S. Open title in straight sets.
You are witnessing a moment of history.
Chris has never taken her role as a leader for granted. Just 1 month after retiring in 1989, she hosted the first ever Chris Evert Celebrity Pro-Am to raise money for important causes, namely an ongoing campaign against drug abuse and child neglect in Florida. The now annual event has generated more than $20 million for those causes.
I'm not going to be sitting like a couch potato watching TV all day. I'm going to have plenty to keep me occupied.
Chris has also encouraged and instructed numerous aspiring junior stars over the years.
You know, it's very important to just not make them tennis machines. It's really important to look at the whole person. I think that's what definitely we're trying to do at the Evert Tennis Academy.
With each issue of Tennis Magazine, she shares insight, memories, and even some tennis advice to readers in her popular column, Chrissy's View. Chris spent 10 years doing tennis analysis for NBC, and in 2011, to the delight of tennis fans across the nation, she returned to the broadcast booth, joining the on-air team for ESPN's Grand Slam coverage.
And Chris Evert, 3-time Wimbledon champ.
Chris's first priority and greatest personal achievement, though, lies in her children. She is the proud mother of 3 sons, Alexander, Nicholas, and Colton. Whether she's the one being interviewed or the one asking the questions, Chris has long been a sound, trusted voice of and for the game. Chris Evert, the 2012 Eugene L. Scott Award recipient.